Hey, hey, hello everyone. Hello, hello. Welcome to the short answer. It is always a delight to be with you. And we are certainly in a very busy and big and delightful time inside of Mortar Institute. There's been so much happening with our challenges and our webinars and Heal Yourself, Heal Your Life. It's been an amazing run for a while, and what a great delight. So many new people coming into the community and wonderful collaborative personalities that are landing inside of our world as if they've been with us for a long, long time. It's really phenomenal what's happening. And so it is because it's time for us to wake up, and it's time for us to allow that which we are made of to come up and out through the surface of our story and our hesitations and our hedgings and our procrastinations and our beliefs about some sort of inadequacy, that as if it was truly a possibility. And so what we're witnessing is that they're plugging in and they're shucking old ways of being for something that is more aligned with where they're headed and what has always been deeply meaningful within. And they're learning how to bring it out to the surface of life and lead their lives instead of wait for the sign or wait for someone else to dictate how we should be operating to be more successful or healthier or happier or more joyous. And really all of that is inside. It truly is. We're made of it. And it is time for us to stop marginalizing ourselves, to stop biting into that which is truly yesterday, and allow for something else to rise and to surface. And so today's short answer is all about you being the gateway, the cosmic gateway. That's what you are. You are the cosmic gateway, and we're going to get to that. I can't wait to do so, because it is how we allow healing to happen on every level in our lives. It's how we allow for transformation inside of ourselves. It's how we allow for something new to dawn on us, to come into our perceptive field, even to allow us to even be considering something deeper or richer about ourselves and our lives. And so I can't wait to get to that. But, I have a few of announcements that I have to create some space for right in the beginning. One is we have an amazing year-long program that is coming up that you may or may not be aware of. We've had a community call this week, and we are also here plugged in to let you know about it right now in the short answer. And it is an amazing opportunity for you to really be coached and guided by me through an entire year, going through every season, going through all the holidays, going through all the habits, going through all the misperceptions that we've cultivated over our lives, and witness ourselves tripping ourselves up so that we cannot, and then to witness ourselves truly choosing and leading and being the creator that we're designed to be. And so much to tell you about that program, but I'm not going to do that here. If you are interested in that, it is how we are putting all the levels of the energy codes to work. And there we have an onboarding call tomorrow, Thursday, May 23rd. So the first Gateway Weekend is June 7, 8, and 9, and registration is now open through May 31st. So we're coming right into that point. It's been a long time coming, and it is my favorite time, because it is how we begin to introduce this into people's lives in a different way, and into new people's lives that have never really even been aware of their cosmic nature, their multidimensional really capacity, their ability to rewire everything about how their nervous system is functioning, because we tap you into working with the master system, which is what created the nervous system in the developing embryo. So we're working with the energy that is behind all scenes, the energy, the invisible anatomy, and working with the true creative capacity of you. So it is an amazing, life-changing journey. So you might want to really lean in and maybe even contact the office tomorrow to ask any questions that you might have about that. We also want to announce that we're taking a wait list for the Egypt trip, and that is October 29th through November 11th. We're taking a wait list for that. It's currently sold out, but we are also, holding spaces. You never know, people's lives change, and plans need to change. And so there might be some openings if you're interested in joining us in Egypt. If you are interested in coming and joining us at the end of the original tour and joining us for a healing retreat in Siwa, Egypt, it's an oasis in the desert on the Mediterranean, kind of fabulous. And I've never been there, but our tour guide, who I've known for years, says it's the most beautiful place on earth. So I'm going to go check it out. Why don't you come with me? And if you're interested in that, we'll be going through Alexandria and where Alexander the Great was moving in his life, and really to give you the ancient history behind all of that is what I'm mostly interested in. So it's a beautiful opportunity for us to spend some time together. The deadline to register for that is also May 31st. So sounds like it's a busy moment in time right now to hop in and ask your questions and see if there's something there that might serve you. Our next monthly healing transmission is Wednesday, May 29th. Wednesday, May 29th, and at 8:30 Eastern Time. Go to monthlyhealingtransmission.com if you're new to us, and really plug into just receiving, being rearranged, allowing the energies to become perfected and the field to truly become coherent in all ways, in all levels, mental, emotional, spiritual, in terms of healing and in terms of awakening. So they're two different things, and I work with both of those. And I'm hoping that you are aware of that there is more to life than just healing. There's really this driver's seat that we're supposed to learn how to sit down in. And it's not just about learning how to drive in this life and make things happen in the way that we want them to happen so that we have this, better outcomes and that type of thing. There's actually a version of you to awaken to that is beyond your five senses and truly taps into the true nature of who and what you are and why you're here in the first place. So if life purpose and soul purpose and those kinds of things plague you, or really inspire you, that is definitely something that we are working with. So you want to lean in to learning more about that. We also have the Gold membership, which allows you to join us right after the short answer in the masterclass, which is where you get to come on, ask your questions, and I tie all the questions together with one answer that kind of just blends everything in one way for a couple of reasons. Number one, I love the spontaneity of that, not knowing what's coming, and whatever questions you bring is what we speak to. And at the same time, it allows us to tie together that all the questions and all the answers are interwoven. And there is a tapestry of knowingness here that we can truly tap into if we would like to. And that is what I dearly love teaching people how to do, to build the circuitry, to tap into that great knowing. And lastly, there is also the Body Awake Yoga membership, which is the first and third Thursday of the month, a new yoga class. It's a membership that you join by signing up for this Body Awake membership. It includes 2 new Body Awake yoga classes each month. And it also allows you access to the archives of over 100 streaming classes. And now, why Body Awake Yoga? What is it? It's about anchoring your consciousness in the core of the body. So many people are interested in these out-of-body experiences and transcendent experiences, multidimensional experiences, so that we can, go for this ride, which is, fine and fabulous. And what I really love to do is teach people what to do with that information that they perceive or achieve in those journeys. And even better yet, in my opinion, teach people how to access that same wisdom without having to, leave the body to do that. So, you're made of light. You're made of high frequency energy, and you are coming into this dimension for a reason. You're coming into this dimension to have a full-on experience of who and what you are. And so that so many people want out of the physical dimension. They want to leave their body or have, some type of experience along those lines it's understandable because of curiosity, but I want you to know that at the end of the day, if you really want your life to improve, it's not about going out and having those experiences. You can drop right in and have a complete experience of the entire cosmos, of the entire manifest and unmanifest world, and at the same time, build the circuitry in your system to be able to implement and apply and grow and evolve in real time. Now, the benefit of that is everything is multifold. We heal physically, mentally, and emotionally. We have a greater understanding of what life really is and what we're doing here. So many people just walk the surface of the planet in in confusion or just getting by or just going along with the herd and wondering why they don't feel fulfilled or they don't feel adventurous or inspired or they get tired and depressed and apathetic about life. And in reality, the more in the body we become, the more masterful and grounded we are. And what we're grounding is this cosmic intelligence. So I want to share with you that while I'm making all these announcements about what we're doing, it's always so that you can open up and know that there are places you can learn about a variety of things, whether you want to be a healer, whether you want to heal yourself, whether you want to awaken in this lifetime, whether you are interested in natural healing, natural medicine, energy medicine. All of these things are the offerings that come to you through Mortar Institute. And the reason I go in all those directions is because that is what unfolds when you learn to build the circuitry inside of your system to perceive your magnificence, your greatness, really your multidimensionality. So in that, I want to just pop into this topic a little bit more about you being a gateway. So I want you to envision that this unified field compresses itself and compresses and compresses and compresses and compresses. And that's what creates physical matter. So all physical matter is compressed energy, including you. Your physical body is just energy that's been compressed into this dimension, into this realm, if you will. And if you were to decompress and decompress and decompress, you would become aware of, or you would experience more and more of the truth of who you are, which is why people always say, I just need to decompress. I just need to relax. Or we sit back in the chair and we're like, and we want to just let go. And we invite people to let go of that thing that you're holding on to. Or we say to ourselves, I just need to let go of this thing that has a hold of me. And I think about it all the time. And it's driving me crazy. So this idea of letting go, this idea of decompressing, this idea of allowing a greater expansion in your life sometimes gets misinterpreted. It gets misinterpreted into people thinking they need more. They confuse expansiveness with more. And so, then it sets us up for an ongoing frustration and an ongoing stress and strain in our lives to constantly achieve and to go and to get. And what happens as a byproduct of that is we are shutting ourselves down all the while that we're trying to grow and to go and to make it happen. And so I want to just let's just right the ship here for a moment and recognize that my job is to come into this body fully. My job as the expanded, unified presence that I am. You are the unified field. You are energy that is compressed into a body. You are that unified field that is awake. You are energy that is awake. Pure consciousness. That's who and what you really are. You're not this body. You're not your mind. You have created both of them to allow you to come into this physical world and navigate your way around on the surface of the planet. And so if we start inquiring about, whoa, who am I? What am I made of? What am I to begin with? You're going to land on the answer that you are energy that has consciousness. You are energy that is awake. And so you have the ability to land yourself anywhere. You have the ability to focus your awareness on anything. And as you do, you begin to resonate and collaborate with whatever it is you're focusing on. So I would love for you to just for a moment, picture yourself as this giant unified field that is compressing itself into a funnel, that is compressing itself into a channel, that is hitting the earth and rising up again and rising, and the energy cycles around in a toric field flow, and your job is to point that flow in a direction. And when you do, you end up creating something that you will experience. You end up creating your life. Actually, I just glanced down here and I saw a little image that I want to share with you. Actually, two of them. All right. They're coming in droves here. All right. So here we go. Here's this continuum. You are this, and you are pouring yourself here to the physical dimension. You are this. This is not you. You are this. But you've been thinking this is you all your life. You've been thinking this is who you are. And at the very best, you would at least allow this support of the universe to come pouring through your body. And I'm fine with that. please do. And what I'd ultimately love you to do is to dive in with me at some point in your life and learn how to identify as the energy itself that is pouring itself into a physical dimension. Because here's what happens. This energy hits this system, excuse me, this system that we are, and it projects like a prism, this diffuse light, into this rainbow movie, if you will. That is the path that you are traversing in the course of your life experience. It is the infinite possibility that you're looking for. So the name of the game is let the universe, which is actually you, but that's, a conversation for another time. So at the very least, in this short answer, let the universe pour through you. And to do that, you have to open, not contract. You have to open. So if we take a close-up look at that, here we go. Here's that continuum pouring down through us. And the name of the game is we are the gateway. We are the doorway through which this energy passes into the physical dimension. So let's make some sense out of that. All right? Energy is trying to pour into you from above and behind. Just envision it that way. And the more you open, the more you open, the more you open, the more you allow that to pour through you and out into the movie of your life. And so when you contract because you are putting stress and strain on yourself, and you then know, I need to let something go, I need to release, I need to decompress, what your mind is really trying to land on for you is, look, you're the gateway. The universe is trying to pour through you into your life. It's trying to allow things to heal and to change and to transform. If you let it, it will transform your limiting beliefs and your ideas of who you are, and the illusion of lack and insufficiency and all the other things that everybody you know has been plugging into, believing in, and has been plagued by for their entire lives. It's the issue for humanity. The bottom line is we're here for one thing, and it's to wake up to the truth of who we are and let it be so. And so that ends up looking like, oh, you're actually loving and kind and generous, and you're actually forgiving and going and flowing, and you're actually dreaming, and those dreams are manifesting, and it's working. And you're healing, and you're kind, and you're able to begin again because you have an endless amount of energy that is ready to roll and ready to roll and ready to create constantly. That's the truth of it. And we don't know that that's the name of the game, so we don't even begin to pursue it from that perspective. We just walk around in these stressed out states thinking that this is all there is, and I have to learn how to forget who I am, or I have to learn to dream better, or I have to let go of these things. And all of that's sort of true, but there's a way it can be so much easier for you than you ever knew before. And that is by opening and knowing what's actually happening in a moment when I open my physiology. So I teach people about anchor points in the central channel, and it's a bunch of squeezing inside the body. And you might be thinking, wait a second, we squeeze these anchor points and Mula Bandha and all the things that I teach inside the coursework. How's that relate to letting go and opening up? And the thing is this, you are the gateway. And to pass through the gateway, you have to know where the door is. To pass through, you have to know where the doorway is. To go into a house, to go through the house, to go out the back door, we have to know where the doorway, where the path of flow is. And so I use these anchor points to get you aligned to a central channel that allows for exactly what I've been talking about to happen. Because if you're not in the driver's seat, you can't allow the vehicle to do what it's able to do. And if you're not aligned, those doors won't open as easily as they could. So then you turn it into, man, life is hard. It is so hard to break these habits. And there I go again. And you're kicking yourself, and you're always in this self-talk of frustration on what I call the backside of the model, where you think that the world is bigger than you. And it isn't. It's just not true. And so I just want to invite you to allow yourself to be this doorway, to find your own central channel. And if you don't know what that is, join us in the master class. And it's a membership, the Gold membership, that allows you to get all sorts of discounts in things. And it just allows you to participate in the master class as well. And so you can join us for the masterclass coming up at the bottom of the hour and get those questions answered. If you're new to our community and you don't really know how all that works, just pop in. And for $20 a month, you get you get to really drop into deep exchanges and conversations that are so rewarding and so deeply meaningful. And as a byproduct of that, you start to learn what I'm talking about aligning so that this flow comes through you, because it's just like, putting a garden hose on the dirt of the screen door. It powers right through and allows you to rearrange with so much more momentum that the universe actually intends for you to be benefiting from. And so if you're finding it hard to recognize how to be different, how to have change happen, now's your moment to drop in and allow this gateway idea to be what you know yourself to be. So tonight, today, tomorrow, whatever, when you're walking down the hallway in your home or to your car when it's parked in the parking lot, or whatever you're doing, when you have a few steps to yourself, I want you to just imagine that you are this walking gateway that is allowing this giant funnel to pour down through this channel, right down through you and out and project out in front of you. And imagine that it's always carving a pathway for you that is intended to allow for grace and miraculous unfoldment, and for healing and for innovation and creativity to happen in your pathway. And if it isn't happening in your life, I can almost guarantee you haven't been aware of the truth of this system, how it works, and what you can do to align and leverage it for you, because it's meant to be with flow and filled with grace, and it's meant to be fulfilling. It's meant to be self-healing, and it's meant to be abundant. And so if that's not happening, then your gateway is closed. So let's open it up. Let's learn how to do that together. All right. So in the meantime, take big belly breaths, open your heart every chance you get, and learn to walk as though this funnel is pouring through you and projecting out in front of you. Okay? So there's our short answer for the day, and I will be back here again next month, of course, for the short answer, and I'll be with you at the bottom of the hour here for the master class. Do join me. I absolutely love the people that show up there and the conversations that we get to stir because of your input and your creativity. So I'm at your service. I'll see you there. All right. Bye-bye for now.